Hello everyone, WESLEY'S here. Greetings Mama Africa, and greetings to you who are watching from the rest of the world. In this video, I wanted to talk about my Nigerian Bethel experience. So I guess it's story time. And I just don't want to tell stories because of storytelling sake. My trying to share this story is to illuminate the needs of Jehovah's Witnesses to put on their thinking cap. My story is not really for entertainment. My stories and the stories that I will be sharing is to, like I said before, is to illuminate the need for Jehovah's Witness to put on their thinking cap to try to want to know if certain things make sense. Please, you would have to excuse my kids. My kids are here, so you might get to hear the interfere in the video, and also to further have ex-Jehovah's Witnesses revalidate or reinforce that conviction that this was never the truth. So I'll be sharing my Bethel experience slash observation from the angle of higher education. So I'll walk you a little back. Ivory, go away from there. Excuse me. I'll walk you a little back from to when I was little, way back in the 1990s. And at that time, the Bethelite had just uh, been assigned to our local congregation. So before then, we hadn't. I didn't know anything. I didn't know if the organization has people they call Bethelite. But I think early in the 90s, on a certain or before on a certain Wednesday, letter had been read that there'll be Bethelites from uh, the Nigerian Bethel, of course, will be assigned to our congregation, that we all should be ready to welcome them the following Sunday. So we were all in expectation. So Sunday arrived, we all dressed up with worn out shoes and funny looking tile, you know, but we try to look the best we can because we don't know these angels that we're coming from the unknown world. So, but we were excited at the same time. So when they arrived the following Sunday, the whole place was in a frenzy. You know, here we have some smart looking brothers, well dressed with a suit, you know, clean haircut, some with their spouses. No, they were shining, glowing. You know, it was just a beauty to behold because we're just the locals in the nearby congregation. So we hadn't been exposed to seen people, come like that, and they would come in and speak English in a certain way. So at the time, we were just barely able to uh, talk English. So, and we felt that people who speak very good English must be people of class and all of that. So we look at them in a certain way. So it was great that they were really uh, very loving people. You know, they try to make friends, made everybody feel at home. No, we no, they were celebrities like superstar. We wanted to even touch them. Shake hands with them and all of that. So and in the weeks and months to come, they would invite us to the Nigerian Bethel. Bethel. The Nigerian Bethel was like 45 minutes drive from a local congregation, a 45 minutes drive. So there were other congregations that had Bethelite assigned to them. So ours was one of those. So, and we were lucky because the Nigerian Bethel was not far away from us. So the opportunity to always visit was there. So they invited, uh, so, oh, stop it. Excuse me, don't touch it again. I beg your pardon, these girls. Okay, so, so they would invite us to the Nigerian Bethel, situated at the Igiduma. So, as they will call it. Okay, excuse me for that interruption. The kids are just all over the place. So, the Bethelite would, the ones you're friends with, would invite you over to, uh, no, Bethel to have a tour of the facility, and also to host you maybe for a day or two. And I tell you that the Nigerian Bethel was uh, the place that everybody wanted to go. We wanted to see how this place they call paradise, how it was all going down there. So we had uh, to make sure that we lobby, uh, you know, the brothers amongst the Bethelite that we consider, close to have us invited over to Bethel. So, so in the years to come, we would visit. But my experience when I first visited, I've not been to a place like that. It was breathtaking. The facility at the Nigerian Bethel, breathtaking. I haven't seen a place as beautiful as that. Excuse me, I'm just a local boy from the yard. So when I got there, the first time I would, touch a telephone, you know, what do they call it then? There was no cell phone at the time, but, intercom you could call. So we were excited. We'll get there, and the reception, we would, punch those buttons to call those the brother that had invited us. So it was breathtaking. It reinforced in me the paradise concept of the Jehovah's Witnesses. The greenery, the shrubs, the garden. It was just unbelievable. The houses, you know. So every time we would always find one excuse. Let me use the word excuse to visit Bethel. Uh, just to have a feel. Get away from our ghetto and go to the the paradise on earth. So why we would visit, there's usually a tour guide who would conduct us from one place to the other. It's usually 2 hours tour. We would start from the Kingdom Hall at Bethel, and the tour guide will come around and conduct us from one facility to the other, from one farm to the other, the different buildings and all of that. And it was just wow, the printed press, you know. So, but one thing that struck me as the years progressed was that I said, wait a minute. When the Jehovah's Witnesses started coming down on with a sledgehammer on higher education, that you can't get an education, you would be influenced by the word and all that. So in the years to come, as I would visit Bethel and have a tour one more time, I would in my quiet time say to myself, look at this Kingdom Hall. I remember one of the tour guides had said that it was trying to describe the architectural architectural masterpiece of the Kingdom Hall, how you are able to dislodge the Kingdom Hall, move to another location, and fix back again. He she will talk about the residential building, how you will from the first floor find yourself in the second floor. Such high-tech architecture, you know and the printing press, with pride, the tour guide would say that this printing machine is able to produce so and so magazine in a second or what, I don't know, but it was such a pride thing that when we go back home, we would say, "Oh, God, man, can you believe it? The society machine, the printing press, how many magazine this can print, the laundry, the different equipment, to keep your clothes neat and tidy. These were just breathtaking. The canteen, when we were little, we used to always talk about, hey, do you know what I saw at Bethel the other time? In the sorry, in the, what's it call it now? Is it restaurant? I'll call it, the dining, how if a mosquito flew in, it will be magneted by some electronic device that would magnetize the insect so that there are no insects crawling around and all that. So everything was just out of this world. High architecture, raw architectural design, and everything was a product of higher education. You know what I'm saying? And I will in my quiet time say that if there would not be nurses, architects, dentists, builders, this high skilled labor, how would this building and all these things that the tall guard of the society will boast about, how would they come into play? How would the society have them? I would just say in my quiet times, I'll push it to my subconscious, but I just say, well, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. Don't go for higher education. And here you are glorifying higher education. You are using everything that the world has to offer, but yet you discourage the friends from having their children go to school. So I thought that was very interesting to me, and it's something I just felt I'll share with you today about my Nigerian Bethel experience and how it all started back in the days. I will be sharing my um, experiences still on the Nigerian Bethel, my stay as a volunteer, and all that went down in Bethel. I'll be talking about them in different videos and trying to, you know, attach it to the need for Jehovah's Witnesses to think and say to themselves, how does what the society say match what they actually doing? I think because of my kids, I would just no slam my brake right now so I can try and take them back, try and take them back in. I hope you enjoyed this experience. I wasn't the most composed person because of the noise and my need to try to keep them quiet and take care of them. Hopefully, I would be a lot more composed to bring you uh, another story time on my Nigerian Bethel experience. Hey guys, please subscribe to my channel. Mama Africa says, subscribe to thee. Thank you very much for watching. WESLEY'S right here. And don't forget, this is still XJW Africa.